Thanks for tuning in to this version of And the Winner Is. We are just a little bit behind on getting Bubba's posted. And so Bubba won the Masters for the second time in 3 years. Very popular winner. And this is Charlie King, the founder of antimethodgolf.com and Golf Digest 50 Best Instructor. And so we're looking at, Bubba on one of his classic lineup right of the target and fade it. So, Bubba really works the ball probably more than anybody on tour. And so the camera angle is not quite perfect because they're going more down the target line and Bubba's lined up over to the right. But we will see the main pieces of his swing, and that is that club goes up. So we, recent one of these, and the winner is, we had Matt Kuchar, who is very flat, and now we've got Bubba, who is very upright, noticeably upright. Now, with an upright swing, the thing that you see in an amateur golfer is you see that club come down steeply, but with Bubba, what you'll see is that club will start to drop. So thank goodness for his pink shaft. This swing's a little bit on the blurry side. So his hips open up, his chest stays back enough for his club to come from the inside, and that club is shallowing, and so right there you see the shaft and the club head have gotten down to that bottom white line, and so now his hips are open, and in his finish you'll see more of his hold off finish. So that's his fade swing. So when he's hitting that draw shot, you'll see a different looking finish. So that's how Bubba hits the fade. And now we'll get to see it a little bit clearer as we move forward here. Thanks. We're just piggybacking on some the Konica Minolta swing vision. And so we'll see in much clearer, that club goes outside, it goes more up. So Bubba's got more of that upright swing, more of the swing you'd see in the 70s with Nicklaus and Weiskopf and those guys. And then we already saw the downswing, because now this is going to switch over to the face-on view. So you see that more upright swing, especially compared to what we saw in one of the latest and the winner is with Matt going flat. So now we get here and we see him, we use the word resistance a lot in terms of how we teach, and we see him coiled up around the resistance of his back leg. We see the width. One of the things that we see really good players have in common is they're wide at the top. So some are upright, some are flat, but they all have the width. And you see he's past parallel, which, when I hear people talk like that's a bad thing, I just don't know what swings they're watching, because there's so many good players who are past parallel. It's more of an arbitrary point based on flexibility and various things like that. So we see him start down, and you see the angle between his right arm and the shaft in the case of a left-handed golfer. And so there's tons of angle, there's tons of wrist hinge, and then you start to see that front leg start to straighten. And he's really exploding. I mean, his lower body is resisting up away from the ground, which is creating something to accelerate against, which is what his arms, hands, and wrists then do. So I just want you to see how much hinge he has in his wrist right there. And, the feet, very interesting what his feet are going to do. So he's going to get airborne. So now as he comes to impact, the club head's catching the handle. So at the moment of impact, it's pretty straight and passing. So now as he goes past impact, the thing I really want you to see is how this club's going to rehinge. So he hits it, it passes, and the club rehinges. So when people talk about, he extended down the target line, just watch the overall of the swing, and it's much more of a circle type golf swing. And then right there you see both heels are off the ground, and that's one of the characteristics of Bubba. So again, we're just going to keep looking at some of these swings. We're going to keep showing what they have in common and what's different. Keep an eye on the ability for you to get us to look at your golf swing. Thanks a lot.